Kentucky goes to the locker room either trailing or tied. Down 4 after being down 15 at one point. Let's go over to Tracy.
Thanks a lot, Coach. You had a fast start there. Kentucky battled back. They're a second-half team, so what do you need to get back to doing in the second half here?
Well, we're a second-half team, too. So whatever Kentucky is, we're going to go one step further. We got to play together. We had some turnovers. They start getting on the offensive rebounds. We got to stop penetration. They start getting into our yard. We want to protect that. I like our position, and we just got to play at a level 5 and finish this game off.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Jim?
Led championship game in college basketball here on CBS. And UConn leads it 35-31 with 6 minutes to go in the half. The Wildcats of Kentucky were down 15, their largest deficit of the tournament so far, but it's a 4-point game at the break. This is Clark Kellogg, that's Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley on the far end. We'll hear from them in just a second as we jump into the highlights of the first half. And for the, you talk about dignitaries around here, Jerry's place. You saw Bill Clinton, also saw George Bush here, and you saw the Blue Bloods in this game between UConn and Kentucky.
Well, up to a nice start. Strong move here by DeAndre Daniels. Nice throw down as he went baseline. And take Campbell Pavilion. Love all of that one. Kentucky doing what Kentucky does. Now that was what kind of a block party. He was invited.
And UConn in transition, and he gets
playing now,
on the
just
side.
messing around.
And
They
UConn
just
showing out. It's
review in the first half.
And then watch this move by Ryan Bowen, the boat show off the glass. And it's 17-8.
Unbelievable poise by UConn early, but Kentucky stayed in it. Again, unbelievable poise by Kentucky. This is the reason why both of these clubs are here. They have been able to both take haymakers and still get up.
But give John Calipari credit. It switched when he went to the zone. It changed the entire complexion of the second, really the first half, excuse me. That was the difference in the game. That's when that lead went down when they went to the zone. So give Cal some credit for Kentucky going to that zone. That was the difference.
Goaltending right there. After the score was 30-15, they hit a 3, and they get the steal by Aaron Harrison, and they're loving that. In Lexington,
They can't afford shirts down there.
and it's summertime, man. It's summertime in Lexington.
It's not summertime.
Pass, hoops, everything.
How should have asked there?
Yeah, he's got in the gym range, 15 points for Napier. And I would mention that coinciding with Kentucky making timely threes and going to the zone, and DeAndre Daniels picked up his second foul at about the 5:40 mark and had to sit the rest of that first half. Yeah, that's going to be the difference. Can you play that zone when you have all 3 of your key scorers in the game if you're Kentucky? Because we've seen that they have a difficult time guarding the man-to-man.
Randall didn't score until late in the first half. The Harrison brothers didn't score in the first 10 minutes of the game. No field goals for them, but then they pick it up, and suddenly a 35-31 game at halftime. So what do you reckon being
People play on television and really haven't played against them that much, and you go, are they really that good? Can they really pressure me? Can they really do things? And if you look at the first possession, where it's freezing right here, where Kentucky is running their offense, they said Boatwright and Napier are that good. As we let it go, every possession and every touch is well with outside the 3-point. I think that Kentucky had their advantage throughout this tournament, being able to get to the rim offensively. There were steals, there were tough passes off of the defense. So much as UConn has to solve the zone, Kentucky has to be able to get to the rim and make something happen, and without turning the basketball over, because those guys are that good. And we have to see, Chuck, if with DeAndre Daniels on the other wing, who's a 3-point shooter, is that zone still going to be effective?
Well, I think it will be effective. I think the one guy UConn can't guard is Young. I think he's the best player, in my opinion, on Kentucky's team. Obviously, twins are terrific. Roundo's very good. But Young, to me, is the one guy who's unguardable. I expect him to have a big second half.
He had 10 points in the first half to lead the Wildcats. 4-point game, 35-31. When we come back, we'll send you courtside to Greg Gumbel as AT&T at the half continues.
Hey everyone, I'm Greg Gumbel. Welcome back
to AT&T at the half, and what a game slated for tomorrow night for the Women's Championship. For the first time in NCAA basketball history, 2 undefeated teams will go at it for the title. 37-0 Notre Dame, 39-0 UConn. Check it out on ESPN tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern Time. Now, that is the Naismith Trophy, given to the most outstanding player in college basketball.
I think that also helped Kentucky get back in.
Yeah, and I thought Young's 2 3-pointers there during that stretch were just huge because Kentucky couldn't find anything offensively. Low penetration, kick out, he makes 2 threes. Now they feel good about themselves. And then, of course, Randall with those 2 late hoops. So I think Kentucky now has some footing.
There's the numbers from the first half. Young hit a couple of threes, as you pointed out, and so too did Andrew Harrison, who made both of his attempts from behind the line. So Kentucky to inbound. We've got 20 minutes to go to decide the national champion. Randall moves it outside, and that is the shot. Once again, we've seen in the late going over and over by Aaron Harrison, his first 3 of the night.
Big shot, and also a really good decision by Randall to make a play for his teammate.
DeAndre Daniels is way short.
There you go, they're going to be ahead.
It is, too. Young.
Wanted to foul there. He thought Young was bumped. They got a great whistle in the first half. They had a couple of touch fouls that really hurt them, particularly Daniels sitting down, Boatwright as well. So we'll see if Boatwright Daniels can get back into the flow after sitting for quite a bit there late in the half.
And meantime, only 3 fouls called on Kentucky in that half, none of them by a starter. Here, Boatwright, and able to free himself. That separation leads to the basket.
Yeah. You can see his mother there enjoying it. And I think it's a little easier for Boatwright to work himself back into the rhythm because he can do it with his defense. Daniels is going to be more of an issue for UConn. Can he get into the flow offensively?
There's Randall. Has to go back out. It's Young now. And underneath it's going to be on Dakari Johnson. How about the way at the other end, Boatwright was able to free himself?
Yeah, just again, the ability to create that space, that step back there, and then to go up in rhythm. That's going to be a challenge all night for Kentucky when Randall and Young have to defend one-on-one on the perimeter against Boatwright and Napier.
And that's the first foul on a Kentucky starter in this game. The one on Johnson. Napier gets it up, and another clean one, they say, by Kentucky. And it's going to stay with UConn. Nolan's had a couple of them stuck.
Kentucky changing its defense, chasing over the top, and Napier gets the ball right where it needs to be, but there's that length again on the backside.
And we said it earlier, it's, sometimes you just cannot out-execute the elite level athleticism that Kentucky possesses down low.
They take Nolan out, and they bring in Amita Brima.
And that's specifically to finish that play. If Kentucky is going to go away from switching and try to hedge and get over, Napier's going to get in the lane. Brima is going to be more capable of finishing on the receiving end of those passes.
They're going to review the shot clock here.
Looking for a foul or something?
I'm
not sure.
Kind of a chase. Randall backs off, so Napier's going to get right there. The officials are looking whether to see whether the ball hit the rim or not, which I believe it did. Yeah, so 35 is correct.
So UConn to inbound underneath with the full 35, and the last time they inbounded from this point in the first half, Napier beat him. The shifty move to the inside. This time he's unable to take it inside. And that's going to stay with the Huskies. Seemed to be a debate about that one, though. First
They hit it back
NCAA tournament, and he's 5-0. Is this the right call?
I think it's reflected off of Napier or not.
Get it in. He's trying to play tight. Play in tight game.
The shot clock is a little slow.
They both won it, so that's why it's a good game. They both like kind of tied, 7 and 8 position. Whoa! What?
Can't get the ball tall. Ain't letting them get that ball in there. A little bit faster.
Wow.
Look.
That's what you call good rebounding, defense, or whatever you want to call it. Defense.
Now they're giving the ball back to UConn. The Husky players retreated, thinking
Give it back to them until they get it in there.
Now the Kentucky fans letting the officials have it.
And bounds the boat right.
Stop doing all that dribbling. Look. Shoot the ball. He's going to get a green box. I'll be tired.
To hit those little mid-range shots against this pick-and-roll defense.
And Daniels has to get more ball. There he goes as well. Yeah, we've been talking about Randall. They've got to get on the UConn side. Definitely Daniels. And
Look, Chad. Flag.
to the line as he's hacked by Grima. Daniels has only 4 points after a 27-point outing against Iowa State, 20 points against Florida. And by the way, that's number 3 on Grima. Barry Johnson again about 44% from the line. Coach Zero wants to know, are you a real fan? Hashtag prove it. Visit the Coach Zero social arena in March Madness Live.
And that's part of the dilemma for Kevin Ollie. We'd love to have Grima on the floor, but at this stage in his career, he's so foul prone that he's not going to be able to play those extended minutes. And so Nolan's going to have to come up, I think, and make some plays. Another sloppy mistake by the Huskies, who about 5 minutes ago in the first half, things started to go that way for them. Harrison with the left hand, and UConn able to...
Either one of them got a score and